Good morning, everybody. We are Waukee Tone Definition from Waukee, Iowa. Our first song we'll be singing for you guys is Java Jive. Our featured soloists are Sacheta, Noah, and Quinn.
I love coffee, I love tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. I love Java, sweet and hot. Whoops, Mr. Moto, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me the pot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup.
Oh, slip me a slug from that wonderful mug, and I'll cut a rug till I'm snug in a jug. A slice of onion and a raw one.
Draw one.
Waiter, waiter, percolator.
I love coffee, I love tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup.
Boston beans.
Soybeans.
I said those itty bitty little green beans.
Cabbage and greens.
You know that I'm not beer, and that city's a cherry coffee bean.
Talk it, boy.
I love Java, sweet and hot. Whoops, Mr. Moto, I'm a coffee pot. Shoot me the pot and I'll pour me a shot. A cup, a cup, a cup, but that's him.
Do slip me a slug from that wonderful mug, and I'll cut a rug that's snug in a jug. Drop that nickel in my pot.
Joe.
Taking it slow. Waiter, waiter, percolator. I love coffee and tea. I love the Java Jive and it loves me. Oh well, a coffee and tea and the Java and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, boy.
Our second song we'll be singing is a ballad called What'll I Do? Our featured soloist is Cooper Vidito.
What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to?
When I'm alone with
last song we'll be singing for you guys is Drive My Car by the Beatles. Thank you, everybody, for coming out here and watching us. We really enjoyed singing for you guys. Thank you.
Beep 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 beep. Asked a girl what she wanted to be. She said, "Baby, can't you see? I wanna be famous, a star on the screen, but you can do something in between. Baby, you can drive my car, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. You can drive my car, baby, you can drive my car. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. Baby, baby, I told that girl that my prospects were good. She said, baby, it's understood. Working for peanuts is all very fine, but I can show you a better time. Baby, you can drive my car, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. You can drive my car, baby, you can drive my car. Baby, I love you. Baby, I'll beep 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 beep. Yeah. Baby, you can drive my car, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. You can drive my car, baby, you can drive my car. Baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. Baby, baby, I told that girl I could start right away. She said, listen, babe, I got something to say. I got no car and it's breaking my heart, but I've got a driver and that's a start. Baby, you can drive my car, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. You can drive my car, baby, you can drive my car. Baby, I love you. Baby, oh, beep 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 beep, yeah. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Beep 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 beep, yeah.
Ooh, hello. What's up, Waukee? Is there Waukee students out in the hall, too? I had a feeling you all were back there. All right. Good morning, Tone Deaf. How you doing? I think it'd be fun to be in a group called Tone Deaf. Yeah, it's awesome. So I've heard you guys, actually not probably you guys, but I've heard Waukee groups many times over the years, and always so impressed with just, your attention to detail and the fact that I've never not heard your groups be solid, and you all are no exception. So that's a nice thing. So makes things kind of fun as a clinician because I get to talk about little things here and there. But that was a great performance. Great three pieces, and I think you're doing fine work. Why don't we go in reverse order? 'Cause I'm not sure how much time we have. Let's start with Drive My Car. My big thing on this, I think it had a lot of energy. I think it's great. Who's the vocal percussionist? Yeah, I think you can dig into beats 2 and 4 a little bit more, because that's what's really driving. No pun intended. That's what's really, sorry, but that's what's driving this thing forward. It's a little too smooth right now, and if you aim for that a little bit more, then we can kind of get a little extra oomph there. The thing from you all, I'd love
your dynamics are like really good from phrase to phrase. Like all of a sudden you get quiet, all of a sudden it's loud, but I just wonder within the phrase, that's where I think you all could maybe shape a little bit more. Does that make sense? So you've talked about dynamics, and I'm such a huge shape freak. I love to hear things pull. I was talking with a group earlier. Sometimes I even give a group rubber bands so that you can feel the dynamics pull within each phrase. It's a fun activity if you don't hurt yourself. Can we go from? There's no good place. How about? Could we start from the chorus? Baby, you can drive my. Are we still in pitch here? You know where that is? Yes. Yeah. You can start there without pitches? Or do you want me to hit pitches? Okay, here's pitches. A one. You guys have it? Yeah. 2, 3, and.
Baby, you can drive my car, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. You can drive my car, baby, you can drive my car. Baby, I love you.
No, good, we're back into it now. So we could have that echo. Baby, you can drive my car. You can drive my car. You can drive my car. To have a little extra, I don't know, a little extra oomph behind it. You can drive my, instead of, you can drive my car. Not that you're doing that, but it's not a whole lot more dynamic than that right now. Can you kind of have a little bit of energizing, like a rise and a fall to it? Try the same thing one more time. I'll help you out here too. 2, 3, and.
Baby, you can drive my car. You can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. You can drive my car, baby. You can drive my car. Baby, I love you.
Yeah. And I think that's a great thing. Baby, you can drive my car, and baby, I love you. I think that it might be aiming for that place. What I'm asking for is a little extra drama here. You've got a lot of drama from one phrase to the next, but within each phrase, it's so much more fun, maybe, to sing, you can drive my car, you can drive my, instead of, you can drive my car. You know, so much more, and even with the leading line, baby, you can drive my car, baby, you can drive my car. You could probably aim for drive or car, one of those two. Baby, you can drive my car. A little bit there. Maybe not as greasy as I just did it. Let's try the same thing one more time. 2, 3, and.
Baby, you can drive my car. You can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. You can drive my car, baby. You can drive my car. Baby, I love you.
Look, it might not be as clean as it was before, and you know that's something as you keep like kind of working these, like kind of stretching these phrases and stuff like that, that you might kind of make it a little cleaner, because now I'm hearing individual voices come out, which I didn't hear before, but that's okay if we're working this concept of really kind of digging into each of these phrases, making each phrase kind of go somewhere. And I think according to the lyric, mostly. We wouldn't go, baby, you can drive my car. Baby, you can drive my... That's silly. Baby, you can drive my... Baby, you can drive my car. You can drive my car. That's a great thing. And you guys can put all this in. Thank you. You can put this all into this whole thing. Tenors, I think you can be more rhythmic with these, the backgrounds, the whatever you're singing here. Na 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 na. You cannot energize an N, and it can be na 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 na, or na 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 na. Really like this is like a workout for your tongue, and so you can go home and practice this at home, like I'm sure you do. Basses, that's way solid on this. This is really tough bass line to get like all unified. Speaking of basses, let's move on to What'll I Do. Just want to kind of shake all your hands, basses. Because basses never get moments. They never get a moment in the sun. So the fact that they actually got to sing melody here and that they did a really nice job with it. Nice job. Did I miss one? I'm so sorry. The only thing bass is because it's such a low frequency, you might put a little bit more consonant energy into it. So what'll I do? What'll instead of what'll I do? What'll I do? Make your lips work a little harder here. And that's actually a good segue into when we all sing words here. Let's go from that middle section. You got it? Okay, great. What'll I do with just a photograph? Got it? Yep.
What'll I do with just a photograph?
Photograph. So that's the big thing I want to talk with you all about is when we're singing words here, let's actually say, let's sing what we would tell somebody. What'll I do with just a photograph? Not photograph. To tell my troubles to. That would be really weird. So let's accentuate the right things. Let's pull, it's the same idea of that rubber band actually. But let's pull to the right syllable. Okie dokie. Same thing.
What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to?
I think that's lovely. Instead of photograph, you know, that's kind of the audience is like, whoa, what are they singing about? But all of a sudden, you guys just sang poetry right there. And you stretched all the way to the most important syllable. What do I do with just a photograph? To tell my troubles to. It's lovely, guys. Good. The other thing I want to mention in this, because you sing ooh, 2 minutes, thank you. Most of this piece you're singing oohs on, right? Do you have a way to unify those oohs? It's a weird question to ask. Maybe I phrased it poorly. How do you unify? Is there one person you watch? You just kind of unify. Have you talked about the mouth shape? Ooh, okay. So you've talked about the mouth shape. I would really recommend, and let's try this from the very beginning, matching to one person. And you don't, for an experiment, you're going to do this on stage right now. But in a performance setting, you only have to glance at that person every once in a while to just make sure that your mouth is doing what they're doing. And let's pick a soprano, and are you okay if we pick you? Sure. Great. So, and what's your name? Grace. Grace. Okay, so we're going to match our mouth to Grace, except for the basses who sing their own thing. Let's go from the beginning. Grace, you're going to come away from the mic a little bit so they can watch your mouth. Okay. Make your mouth do everything that Grace does.
she's kissing you. What'll I do?
What'll I do with just a photograph to tell my troubles to?
Great. Boy, that's a beautiful ooh right there. And actually, everything lines up and tunes so much better when you're actually listening and looking at one person. I'd really recommend in a rehearsal, it doesn't have to be Grace, but it helps if it's a soprano. I'd really recommend practicing this to one person instead of just the idea of unifying to everybody, because that's really hard. How do you unify to 16 people, or how many of it you are? So, 16. So, tone deaf, great work. I have more comments on here on this sheet we don't have time for, but great job, and keep it up. And I really appreciate your hard work, and keep listening to Mr. Walters and everything he says, of course. Let's hear it one more time for Tone Deaf.